Yeah, that's the music, yeah. Turn it up. Turn it up. It's how we knock now. Coming up on Real Talk.
You know, if you living alone in your home, you go take a shower or whatever the case may be. You living alone. But when you engage and live with someone, whether it's your parents or whatever, you need to have that respect for that person, that you do not need to come in and basically not have any clothes on or whatever the case may be. You need to have, you would think that they will need to have that respect.
I think, like you said last week, everybody don't have common sense. Right. Yeah. But then too, with people playing games, you have to know yourself too. And if that's your man, you should have enough trust in him to know that he wouldn't do anything, so you know it's her. But then, within yourself, even though emotions is flying and emotions is going here and emotions is going there.
On the last episode of Real Talk.
Just like everybody else. At the end of the day, if it's 113 degrees outside, come on now. I'm hot. I mean, seriously, yes, I'm hot. I sweat. The good thing about it is that when that wind hits it, I feel cool.
Oh, yeah.
Another thing is that I'm covered, blocking myself from the sun, you know? So I don't have that direct sunlight on my skin. Am I hot? They need to do the math.
I'm going to basically say what a person wears or how a person looks, it's not the next person's business.
Right.
Basically, you know, if a person has on because it's no one's business. It depends on the type of weather. If it's cold outside, you don't ask me, am I cold? To me personally, you know, but it depends on the weather, whether I'm hot or cold. And sometimes I might just came out of air conditioner, going back into air conditioner. So am I hot? No, I ain't hot. No, I ain't hot. And whether it's hot outside, cold outside, snowing outside, it ain't gonna stop me from wearing whatever I wear. You know?
Yeah, and for me, that question is, it depends on how I'm feeling. Really, when you ask me that question, I mean, if I just had a hot flash, it don't make no difference if I'm buck naked.
Right?
You know, all you ladies that have hot flashes out there,
exactly
I know you
what
feel
you're
me,
talking
baby.
about. Right.
Okay? So it don't matter if I'm covered or if I'm not covered. But then too, it goes back to say, what is your need to know if I'm hot or not?
Right.
Why are you asking me this question? Would you ask a nun if she was hot? Or is it just particularly me? What is your need to know if I'm hot or not? Do you figure I'm oppressed? Is that your problem? Are you hot? Well, I'm here to tell you, I am neither oppressed,
Neither.
and I don't know, it depends. If just like Amina said, if I've been out in the sun and it's 110 degrees and I'm having a hot flash, baby, I wouldn't even advise you to ask me this question right now. Welcome, good morning, welcome to Real Talk. I'm Amina, and today Amina is going to lead the discussion, and I'm going to introduce the panel, Latoya and Amina. Go ahead, Amina.
Okay. Now say you and your sister were kept apart for 8 years under circumstances that was beyond either one of your control. And you reunited back with your sister and you asked her to come live with you. Okay. Now, her coming to live with you and your man. Well, one day you caught your sister in your bed with just her bra and short pants on.
Ooh.
Okay. So we're going to discuss that and what do you think, Latoya?
I think first that they need some rules in regards to the household rules, bills when they do, when they're going to get paid, and all that good stuff, and how long they're going to be there. I think the discussion also need to be dress code.
Dress code, definitely, especially because you do have a man in the household. And, I mean, a man is a man. If you walking around flaunting and got it all out, I mean, he's going to look. So that's just one area that definitely needs to be discussed. And what if they don't follow the rules?
I would say if you don't follow the rules and it was straight, the rules was given to you straight when we first sat down at the table and everything, and you understood what they were, you got to go, baby. It's just that simple. Should have been gone yesterday, you know, for real. The fact that catching him and her in the bed with some little shorts on and a bra. Now this sister to me seems to be kind of conniving,
Yeah.
you know, and she might be just doing stuff to make, I'm feeling that she's just doing this to make the other sister jealous because she don't have no man, and the sister didn't know anything about her in the first place, so they trying to get to know each other. So she invited her into her home to, you know, with her man, because this is her sister. So the sister don't have no man. This is my thinking. The sister don't have no man. So she's sitting back looking at them all happily, lovey-dovey and everything. And so she done decided, I want your man by all means necessary.
So she got to go.
Okay, my thinking of it basically as far as in, what would you do? Like, what do you think? If you come home and you catch your sister that you guys was apart for 8 years, you don't know each other, you know, and you're barely getting to know each other, what would you think by coming in, catching her with just her bra on and in some short pants?
Well, I know some women will be ready to fight.
Yeah.
Okay? Point blank, period. I'm about to get a hold to you.
Yeah.
You're not going to disrespect me like that. And so blatantly, you know, just out there, just, oh, well. No, it's you. I might have to reach out and touch somebody. I would really have to exercise self-restraint, self-control at that moment. But that's the initial reaction I would think a lot of people would have. At the same time, it's like, okay, what's really going on?
What's really going on?
What's really going on? She making passes on my man, trying to get with him or trying to take him from me because she feel like she wants a significant other, and she wants that significant other to be my man. Woo. Oh wow.
Yes, baby.
I mean.
Yes, baby. But to me, basically, you don't even need to second guess. You need to find out right then and there,
what's really
why are
going
you
on
in my bed? If they both sleep, hey, wake them up. Why are you in my bed? First, get that understanding. And second of all, you and your sister need to have a talk. Basically, like Amina said, you basically want to try. You don't have a man. You guys need to talk because you guys don't really, have that understanding with each other because you guys don't know each other and you're getting to know each other, right? So basically, where would you go from there after you both woke them up if they was asleep?
Yeah, I'm just saying,
so
I don't think I could go that far to come and say what's next, and then you say to have a conversation with her. No, all three of us need to be having a conversation because we all need to be on the same page. You know what I'm saying? My mind needs to be set clear of what I may possibly be thinking is going on. If I can't get that understanding, we have a problem. That's just me.
Oh, wow.
Because she would have to go.
First reaction. My first reaction would be she would have to go too. But then two, on certain standards of not just that scenario as far as in catching them in a bed, it's like, what is the basic boundaries? You need to set boundaries from when you let someone come live with you.
Exactly, before all of that even takes place.
Yes.
Yeah, but
So boundaries and stuff wasn't set probably.
No, probably, I'm thinking no. You know, but I think it should be some kind of boundaries. You don't walk around in your underwears. You don't walk around with
Dress code.
yeah, dress code first of all. Basically the reason why you're staying here because I'm helping you, or what's going on with the rent. You know, just like Latoya said, you know, you need to set boundaries when people come live with you, whether it's your sister, cousin, or whoever, you know, just a friend. You know, it needs to be some kind of boundary, especially when you have a son living with you, or especially if you have a husband or just your spouse, period.
Yeah.
Same, you know, it's the same thing. So don't you think boundaries need to be set? Because as women, you know, if you living in your alone in your home, you go take a shower or whatever the case may be. You living in a home. But when you engage and live with someone, whether it's your parents or whatever, you need to have that respect for that person, that you do not need to come in and basically not have any clothes on or whatever the case may be. You need to have, you will think that they will need to have that respect.
You would think.
Like you said last week, everybody don't have common sense.
And everybody don't think like you think. Number one, she wasn't raised up with you, or if she was taken away. So you don't know what type of environment she was raised in. Maybe it was okay to walk around in your bra and panties. Maybe the person that raised her was walking around in her bra and panties, so that's perfectly normal for her. So you do what you live. So if that's what all you was around, that's what you gonna do when you come into this new home. So like you said, it should have been some rules set out there that, you know, this is my home, and we don't do this and we don't do that. I think that's the lesson in that for the next time. But the fact that she was invited her sister in to reunify with her and try to get to know her, that right there, it should have maybe, you know, why would rent and stuff come into play on that?
Yeah, that's
you know
true.
what I'm saying?
That's true.
So, but still, there's rules. The rules about the dress code is definitely a rule, because I'm not looking like how you looking, or maybe I am looking like how you looking, but still, you don't walk around here in your bra and panties. It just is not. It's just an out thing. And then when you found her, okay, let's say you found her walking around with her bra and panties on. So at that time, it should be a meeting.
No.
Yes,
I
it
didn't
should
say
be
she was
addressed.
walking around with her bra
You
and
said
panties. She was in her bed.
Oh, she was in
She was
bed.
laying in her bed with just her bra and little short pants on. So when you come in, you basically caught her laying in your bed with your man.
So she was basically making a pass on him, like, you know, inviting him to her. If you're gonna go and lay in my bed in your underwears, would you not say it's an invite?
I would say it's an invite.
I would say basically.
I would say it's a mind thing. Me, I'm thinking, I want your man. Okay, I'm gonna speak for me. If I want your man,
I'ma do what I
I'm
gotta
out
do.
to get your man.
Yeah.
By all means necessary.
Yes.
I done watched you. I know you jealous. You don't need too much to make you click and get rid of him so I can get him. You feel me?
Yeah.
She has to go. That's just pointless.
Yeah, you know, it's just all things. I don't think, you know, in some relationships with boyfriends or either a spouse, you know, they have that close relationship with either your sister or your closest friend or whatever, so they feel comfortable. We was in here chilling, watching TV, and she fell asleep. So that's what she had on, just her bra and her short pants. So that's what she had on. So she fell asleep and I fell asleep.
Okay, ain't that
So-
something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a thought.
But okay, at the same time, we all sat down to come up with the rules. No, did we not? All three of us sat down. So if dress attire, if we have a dress code in the household, all three of us know that dress code. Okay, and the fact that she's in my room,
in your room.
in her panties and bra, I don't care what game she playing. You understand what I'm saying? I'm in a relationship with you. We made these rules together. So do you enforce the code, or do you just lay down with her?
Yeah.
Fall asleep.
Oh, but
I'm
what
just
if I
saying.
was already asleep and she seen you coming and she hopped in the bed?
Okay, but I'm
with
saying,
me?
or are you saying that it's too fast of a time for him to say, hey, now You know what the dress code is. I don't want my wife coming up in here thinking anything. You need to go. You need to go and put on some clothes. If I have to talk to you again, I'm going to bring up a meeting, and you're going to have to go.
Yes.
You understand what I'm
Yes.
saying? He plays a role in that, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's just not just sit there and be quiet and just be like, that's flattering. She got a nice behind. Come on now. At some point, he has a responsibility to his relationship.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. But what I'm seeing in this whole thing and what I'm thinking is, I think he's the innocent bystander.
He probably
I
is.
think he
probably
is innocent, and the sister is the culprit, and the other sister who found this, the sister that's playing this game with the sister knew that she was jealous anyway, and she want a man, and she gonna do anything to get him.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, she could attempt all that she wants. She can attempt all that she wants. But I think at a certain point, 1, 2, 3 different times, you have to come to say something.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you know, whether you see her breaking the laws of the household, you know, yeah, you're innocent, but at the end of the day, you play your role too.
Okay, now, I'm innocent.
To enforce the laws. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, so the rules has been set.
Uh-huh.
Okay, but your sister been gone 8 years. You done called her in here, and we're all living together. We're trying to get to know each other, and I'm not trying to be no
Sergeant.
Yes, I'm not trying to be a sergeant, so I'm just trying to just like go with the flow here. I'm not trying to.
Even at the risk of your relationship.
But my girl should know. She should know that I wouldn't do nothing like this.
She should know that you would lay the law down.
Yeah, she should know, but at the same time, remember, you guys have just
We
as
have a total stranger in our household.
you're getting to
total
know each other, so
stranger.
she doesn't know.
Oh,
You're
my
getting to
girl,
know each other.
No.
You say-
I'm talking about the sister whose sister is doing all of this stuff to break me
the household.
in of the household lady who is my girl or my wife or my
Oh, you're talking
wife
about
to
the
be.
guy. Okay, I see
She
what
should
you're saying.
know that this is not my character and I would not do nothing like this. She should have enough trust and faith in me to know that I know he ain't doing it. It must be her.
Yeah, so, okay, yeah,
So,
okay, I see
so
what
in
you're saying.
terms of pointing the finger and be like, okay, because we don't know her, I do know you. I do know you. But at the end of the day, okay, she around here, she's a total stranger. She think everything she's doing is cool. It's no problem. But when I communicate with my partner, you know what I'm saying, and I say, okay, babe, well, you know, I'm going to talk to her, but first I need to have a conversation with you. Babe, I don't think it's cool, or you know, it bothers me the fact that you are sitting there, and I mean, are you laying down the law? Did you tell her? Did you remind her? So that once we take our conversation to the third party, it can say that he even reminded you of this dress code, so that I can take the action that I may want to take.
Yeah.
You know what? It's yeah.
I mean, communication is
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
And that's the key.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I guess the main thing would be is to, how do you start building that relationship with her? You know what I mean?
I think she got to go, basically,
Yeah,
to tell
'cause
you the
other
truth.
than that,
honestly,
she's starting,
yes.
she's starting.
She's a troublemaker.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
You
she
know,
doesn't care about rules or your feelings.
Right. No, that's what I see. But I'm saying at the end of the day, she want him. But at the end of the day, you're not going to get him
Yes.
because I already see what's going on.
What you doing.
So you got to go.
And then
Sister
two,
not.
at the same
Right?
time, right? Two, at the same time, it's not like it's not just one occasion that something like this happened. You would
See.
think that it's just one occasion, but it's not one occasion. It's many occasions that it went on from time to time. You know, so basically, if it's from time to time, different occasions, you would have to say that you have to go, you know. But if it happened on one occasion, it could be you can conclude whatever you want to conclude, you know, but.
Which would
at
be
the sa-
perfectly what she
Yeah.
wants you to do.
Yeah.
So she can get what she wants.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. So there goes that relationship
Well,
in terms of
The relationship with her, getting
with
out the house,
her,
it's time for
with
her to go?
Because then what? Well, I mean,
Right.
especially once I see what it is that you have been trying to do. You know, I pinpointed, okay, it's not my partner. You know what I mean? We didn't communicate it good enough to know, okay, you're just messy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She is flat out messy. You know what I mean? And what are the consequences? 1 time, 2 times, 3 times.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
how many times can you violate the laws of this household? She got to go.
Yeah, she has
I'll
to
help
go.
you find a place. We can go look together, right?
Yeah, you know. So,
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, at the end of the day, she has to go.
Yeah,
because
she's
at
trying
the
to
end
play
of the
with my
day,
mind and my feelings,
exactly.
and you're
And
doing
you-
too much.
Exactly.
And at the same time, that doesn't stop the communication with you and your sister. Rather she
Hopefully
live
not,
with you,
if she's not
or
mad and bitter.
Yeah, you know, rather she live with you or she doesn't live with you. You're basically you're here. You know each other now. You're getting to know each other now. You don't have to live with me. I just thought that you should come live with me until I found out who you really are. So now, who I found out who you really are, we can still keep the communication, but you just can't live here.
together.
We can't stay together. So
Yeah,
we can't live
because our
together.
ways are so different.
damage
Basically,
the
yeah, it
relationship.
would damage the relationship with me and my boyfriend here for you to still stay here and
In
do
our
the things
space.
that you do.
Yeah.
Because what you're doing, you're just doing what you need to do for you. I understand that. This is how you are. But this is not how I am, and this is not acceptable in
Period.
this household.
yeah.
It's not
So you got to
acceptable.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to go.
Totally.
So it's not taking any love away or anything away. It's just that you just can't stay here because I can't deal with your behavior. It's just unacceptable to me at this point in my life and probably forever. So, baby, when you know better, you do better.
right?
No, but I'm trying to let you know, and this is a lesson. I would say
her
this is a
and
lesson
her.
for
The trio,
everyone.
all of them.
All of them. It's a lesson the lesson is that you once you see how a person is, you might want to help them. And I don't know what reason you was feeling kind of bad because you didn't know your sister and you wanted to reunite with your sister and get to know your sister. But your sister grew up in a different environment than you. Your sister is different than you. You're nothing alike. So once you see that and you understand that, it don't take nothing from her. I mean, what you was doing was probably perfectly innocent because of what you came out of.
Exactly.
So I know you probably wasn't trying to do anything, although I think you was. I think your goal was, baby, to get my man, but
damage
you're
this
not going to get
relationship.
him.
Exactly.
So you got to go.
Yes.
You know, I'll help you find some place to stay,
Fast,
maybe.
Not slow.
I know. Yeah, people, the games people play.
Yeah.
But then too, with people playing games, you have to know yourself too.
Exactly.
And that if that's your man, you should have enough trust in him to know that he wouldn't do anything, so you know it's her. But then within yourself, even though emotions is flying and emotions is going here and emotions is going there, but if you know yourself,
They can't
you
touch
know
it.
they no. You know you really
Say, I
basically
see you way over there in left field, and I know your kind. And this is how I'm going to handle you or deal with you. Interesting.
Okay, there's another situation. We're going to go to break right now, and then we'll come back and talk about it.
Turn that beat up. Yeah, that's the music. Yeah, turn it up. Turn it up. African American males have the shortest survival rate of any racial and ethnic group in the U.S. for most cancers. About 65,540 African Americans died from cancer in 2011. Early detection improves the chances of cure, extended life.
If you're 15 years or older, be sure to get screened, because cancer doesn't discriminate. It's a test that can save your life.
Turn that beat up. Yeah, that's the music. Yeah, turn it up. Turn it up. It's how we knock down. Turn that beat up.
Welcome back to our show. As we were saying, I said we had another discussion to speak on just for a second. Things aren't always what they seem. Your eyes could be deceiving. What you think about that, Tori?
I truly think that that's the truth. depending on situations. A lot of times we like to jump the gun, like you was talking about earlier. Like to jump the gun and instantly say, oh, it's this, oh, it's that, with no room for an explanation or, you know, to hear the other person's story. It's just, oh, no. They associate whatever the situation with, whatever the situation was with, oh, yeah, it's this, automatically.
Oh, yeah.
No explanations, no nothing. And so, yeah, you know, things happen and it's not always what it seems.
Your eyes
A
can
straight illusion.
deceive you.
Straight illusion.
What you think about that? I mean,
I think that's actually true too, because for a simple fact, what's that saying goes? Believe not.
believe
half
in
of
none
what you see.
half of what you see and none of what you hear. You know? Yeah. So now we've seen baby in the bed, in the bra, in the little shorts.
So it's her. The behavior is hers. You know, the disrespect, the whatever, and to her it might just be straight up perfect. You know, this is the way I live. There's nothing wrong with it. You know, you got a problem, not me.
Yeah.
So my eyes have deceived me. I'm looking, I done assumed all kinds of stuff.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Panties and bra.
Yeah, baby.
What do we associate that with?
Yes. Yeah, you know. So eyes really are deceiving. For another instance, you're at the store, and what you got? And this girl comes up and says, "Oh, how you doing, Johnny? You remember me?" And Johnny looking a little puzzled for a minute, and then she said, "Oh, I'm such and such sister." And then he said, "Oh, okay, yeah, how you doing?" Okay, then now she walks off. And then all of a sudden, I want to know, who is this?
Yeah, I do.
Where you know her from?
I really do.
What's she doing talking to you?
Oh, right.
Like I have some type of control who comes up to me and says something to me. Now, what is that saying about you, baby?
Well, that's saying that she
That's
definitely
a-
has some insecurities.
Yeah.
But would she have insecurities if she just asked the question?
No, well, it depends on the tone.
Like, who is she?
Yeah. Well, I mean, basically, I think, yeah, for you to even ask the question, you got some kind of insecurity.
I got some questions in my mind that
Yeah,
I'm
but-
asking myself as to, okay, where did he know her from? I've been with you X amount of years. I don't know her. I've never met her. So is it a school thing? Is it a work thing? I mean, I think that I have that right to ask the question as well as he would, as well as he does. You know what I mean? If the shoes was on the other foot. And like you said, I guess it does mean, you know, got a lot to do with the tone and the way you, well, who is she?
Yeah.
Like, seriously, okay, understood. But just a simple question as to, who is she? Where you know her from? Or, I mean,
The tone.
I would like to know.
The tone. I think so too. I think we both were, male or female, would like to know exactly.
Inquiring minds would like to
yeah,
know.
you know, just hey, who is that?
I
And
mean,
that's
but
it.
what,
I think if you
but what's
continue to
your
dig-
need to know? I mean, why do you need to know? Now, are you feeling a little inferior? Are you feeling a little jealous? I mean, why you need to know? Why? What's
I
the
wouldn't-
point? I mean, why would you need to know?
If he came off like that, saying, "Why do you need to know?" After I asked, I
No,
really
no,
wouldn't
no,
have
no,
to,
no, no,
because
no,
I would
I'm
know
saying-
already that he got some problem with releasing that information to me. Okay, so I'm just saying, if you came and went to saying, "Well, why you need to?" Okay, well, hold up. You done told me a whole bunch. I don't need to know. Ask me no questions. I'll tell you no lie.
Basically, what I'm saying, ladies, is why is there a need for you to even ask your man, who is she? Where did you see her from? Where did you meet her at? Why is that need there? Is it something in your past that would make
could
you
be.
some garbage
It
or
could
something
be.
that
It-
a trust factor maybe?
It really could be. It really could be. Or it really could be that I just genuinely want to know, who is she? She seemed like a cool person. She seems, I don't know, like, what's wrong with wanting to know?
Yeah, me.
I'm not accusing you
yeah.
of anything.
Yeah,
I think if I go to accusing you of something, then maybe we
Yeah,
got
you
something
got
else
kinda
to
problem.
deal with.
Yeah, it's like basically a self-esteem issue. But I don't really see anything wrong with it, because like Latoya said, vice versa. If a guy came up to me and asked me whatever, you wouldn't even have to ask
Because
me the
I'm coming,
question,
I'm coming
I'm just
directly
gonna-
to you
yeah,
to
I'm
let
just
you
gonna
know.
say, oh, that was so and so.
Are you gonna explain
No,
all
I'm
of
not
a
gonna. I'm not gonna.
sudden?
It's not really explaining to me. I'm
Oh,
just
so it's like
basically-
borderline
I'm-
with you.
Yeah.
You're gonna
I'm-
explain or you're not gonna explain. You're gonna explain instantly or you're gonna say, why you asking me that? Okay, hold up now. If I'm reading it correctly, which you know, a lot of times you don't, but I mean, it seems like you got a little bit of problem with me asking. Maybe it's something coming from your background that makes you want to be reluctant to give up that information. I don't know. I'm just saying, in a relationship, you should have understanding.
Yeah.
And if you feel that your partner is feeling a little bit of something, this, that, okay, well, reassure him or her. And I don't see nothing wrong with that.
Okay, ladies, and you, Matt?
I'm gonna end the note as basically saying trust. You should have trust
Yes.
in your relationship.
Yes.
You know, if it's no trust, then it's no relationship.
Yes.
You know, it's not always just about love. It's about trust too, and trust your insignificant male, female,
Yeah.
or whatever. To have that
Yeah.
trust with that person.
Yeah.
And so, like, if you had trust, basically, your insecurity or it really wouldn't be no need of where you know her from, who is she, where she come from, none of that. So we're gonna leave y'all with that, baby. Y'all think about it. Good night.
Ciao.
With persistency comes achievement. Could you believe it? Well, I believe it. I believe it. Yeah, you could receive it as long as you can perceive it. You could believe it. Belief is your root. So you lose. Trying everything to get them blessings. Cause knowledge is the weapon. Knowledge is the weapon. Knowledge is the weapon to the aggression, the oppression, the depression. Knowledge is the weapon. Knowledge is the weapon. Maybe you will find. Maybe you will find some of them blessings in the past lyrics. Did you hear it? Did you hear it? Man, tell me, did you hear it? Did you hear it? Past lyrics. With consistency comes achievement. Yeah.